everyone, welcome back to my channel. Princess Ophira here. I know it's been quite a bit since I last posted. There were a lot of sightings, meetings, and family events that I had to attend to, so I was pretty booked. But I'm here now, and that's what matters, so let's just go straight into what this video is about. So I had a solo trip a few months ago, and it was my first time traveling by myself. To share my experience from that trip. So I went to Germany for my spring travel, and the plane trip actually went quite smoothly, getting from here in Samandel to Germany. So, it didn't feel long. Everything else in between was fine. Finding my hotel when I landed was a bit tricky though, because I've never been there, and honestly I think I could have done more prep, but thanks to the assist from a sibling, I found my hotel. And I will also say all those information desks, always go to them, because they can always direct you to where you need to go. That's what they're there for, of course. So I guess the first thing I noticed when I got there was the scenery. I've seen beautiful places before, but of course this was all new to me, and there's new foods, new brands, just a variety of people that, coming and going. So just things you don't see regularly because, you're a tourist, basically. But funny thing is, the first thing that I had when I landed, well, it was maybe like a few hours after I landed, I had I had a burger. And it was like a barbecue flavored burger, which is interesting. And the fries were pretty good too. Let me just start sharing what were my favorite moments from the travel. And give me 1 second here, because I actually wrote down some notes. The top 3 visits for me on my German trip was mostly in the state of Hessen in Germany. And if you don't know where that is, it's basically where Frankfurt is located. It's all within that area. And my favorite things that I did was I went to a place called Fellberg. It's up on this mountain, the Taunus Mountains, I believe it's called, and there was a huge transmitter there, and you go up on this summit. The view from there was pretty incredible. It's what you imagine when you think of looking up above and seeing like the green lands at the bottom. So it was really nice. So and then there was Ichstein, which is a little town. It was very cute and quaint, and it felt very welcoming, and it was actually surprisingly warm the day that I went there, because overall the trip was pretty cool, pretty chilly. This was in spring, so I didn't expect it to be that hot or anything. Another place that I visited was Hessen Park, which is an open air museum that has all these old buildings, German traditional buildings, and that was very interesting. Saw some sheep, and it was also really nice. And I think one of my favorite memories when I was there was petting. No, I didn't pet horses. My friend pet horses. I was actually pretty hesitant to pet them, but it was a really memorable experience because the sun was setting and we saw these two random horses and they kind of came up to us for no reason at all. They were just kind of eating grass, but they just kind of approached us and they just kind of stared at us and we stared at them, and then they kind of went back to eating grass. But it was a very sweet moment, and that is probably one of my favorite memories that I had when I was there. And then there was also the Euro sculpture in Frankfurt, which once you're at that sculpture, everyone knows where you are. It's a landmark where, like, if you take a picture with it, everyone knows, oh, you went to Frankfurt. And then there was also a lot of trips to Rewe. That's Rewe. It's basically like a grocery store in Germany. There's also Aldi's, but we didn't go to Aldi's, but the other place I want to mention is a place called Salzburg Roman Fort, which is a historical fort site, and it gives you a lot of history about the Roman Empire and the German tribes, and this was probably around like the AD times. But yeah, it was really interesting and insightful. And then as for food goes, I had a lot of sausages and brot, as they call it, bread. There was sort of like this bread roll sandwich. It's called like brotchen, and it's very good. And I remember we went to a nature park, a nature trail, and I sat with a friend, and after we had walked, and we ate the brotchen sandwich, and it was so good. And we were like just sitting there in silence and just enjoying like the moment. It was also really memorable moment for us. But yeah, so after spending like a little over a week in Germany, I really enjoyed it, enjoying the views, and a lot of people were, pretty friendly. I didn't really talk to too many locals, but the ones that I did, it was they were very very friendly and funny, and I would love to visit there. The only thing I didn't do that I wanted to do was I did not get to see the Cologne Cathedral, which is definitely on my bucket list, but in Cologne, Germany. So yeah, that was okay, so before I finish talking about it, going back from Germany to Samandal was a doozy. So I actually missed my flight, believe it or not, but it was really an anxiety-stricken moment for me. I was just in disbelief that I didn't make it. So there was a staff member for the airlines who actually helped me book another flight home, and they were great help. No comment on the other people that were there, but this staff member in particular was super helpful. Actually, like walked me over to the other airlines to make sure that I wasn't lost and that I, could make it to the next flight home. So, um, a little bit of a stressful moment, but after that, I was basically, I had to it was just straight home from there. There was a delay later on the second flight transferring from Germany to Simandl, but or at least the flight in between. So, but it was okay because after that, I got home and it was really late and I was really tired, and basically the next day it was just all rest, and it was just, back to life back to life here in the castle. So yeah, and that was my trip, and I'm really thankful to my friend, and I'm really thankful to the kind people in Germany, and I really I won't forget it. I won't forget how fun it was and how nice it was to be in a place I've never been before. And I'm really also appreciative that, traveling solo, it was good for the most part. I mean, other than the trip going back, it was still like a really great experience. Okay, so now let's talk about logos. So last time I was drawn up on paint some logos that I did. So now I will show you what I came up with. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. First one. I think that one's pretty cool. Second one. Up. I really wanted to use the diamond shape. And then the last one, because I wanted to just keep it down to, or like narrow it down to 3. Boom. How's that? How does that look? What do you think, guys? Which one? Which one is like it? And I guess, well, without an audience, I guess it really just comes down to me, right? But if you have to choose and you are watching this video, comment below which one you think it is. Which one do you think I will choose? Or, thumbs up for liking the designs I came up with. But yeah, this is it. I am leaning towards one right now, and I think in my next video I will share which one that is, and that will be the one I have chosen. I like that there were fonts available that were to my liking. So to end this video, I wanted to say thank you to my friend, Dankeschön. Thank you to all the people who work for the airlines, and all the other people that I came across on my travels that were very kind, polite, and just, how stressful it can be traveling with the crowded airports, but it's always great to see like there's still people that are helping out each other and we're all just trying to like enjoy our little trips around the globe. Well, this has been Princess Sophiera. Until next time, pass auf dich auf und bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye bye.